All right, so I'm going to do something that King of the Fourth Quarter did about 2 weeks ago now. And I thought it was a really cool idea because I was like, man, I don't really want to do a rebuild right now with MLB the Show just being a couple days away. And I was like, ooh, I saw the video. I was like, man, that's a really cool idea. Let me see if there's anybody who can break the home runs record set by Barry Bonds. Yeah, you could say Hank Aaron's the leader too, but we're going to try to break Barry Bonds' record, home run record, and we're just going to sim until someone does it. I could be here till tomorrow. I could be here for a week. I hope I'm not here for a week. I really don't. But we're going to see how it does. We're going to see who can break the record. So I hope you enjoyed. If you do, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content, especially with MLB 21. Be ready for a crazy amount of content. I'm talking... I'm probably not gonna sleep for a few days. I'm gonna be cranking out so many videos. I hope you're ready for it. And that's really about it. Get in the comment section. Let me know if you're excited about MLB the Show 21. Let's get into it. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna stick with the Cubs the whole time because I have a secret weapon in the works. So I'm just gonna leave this manual. Yeah, that can be manual as well. Or auto manage. I want the CPU to handle most things because I don't really care about the team, but I do have my secret weapon, and my secret weapon is not here. I'll be right back. This is my secret weapon, me. Same thing as what King of the Fourth Quarter did, and yeah, I'm cranked out. I'm 99 all the way. I want to hit home runs. Am I going to break the home run record? It might not even be me. It might be somebody else. It could be, I think the closest person right now is Albert Pujols. He has, I wrote it down, 663. I think the person after him is Miggy. Actually, I know it's Miggy, and he has like 480. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, we can go through player statistics, and you can toggle stat type. So it's home run or career stats, home runs. So you can go through this, and you can see who is the closest. I'll check it every year so that we can figure it out. For those that don't know, I want to double check the stat as well because I want to make sure I get the right number. I want to say 762. Yeah, 762 is the home run record, right? And as you can see, there's a lot of players here who are in the hundreds, 200s. Longoria's around 300. You got 656 for Pujols, 477. It's like, this is everybody, right? This is everybody currently in the league. And you can see there are some players, but most of them are aging. Most of them are about to retire, right? Stanton, you know, yeah, early 30s. So potentially he could maybe sneak up and get to that number. Justin Upton, Chris Davis. I mean, even Chris Davis is almost at 300 home runs. But Trout's a possibility. Trout's a possibility. Just under 300 home runs. And then when you look at the rest of the list, it's kind of like who is a person that you're seeing that could break that number. I don't know if there's anybody. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I am gonna go just simulate through the years. I'll check in every once in a while to kind of see if there is anybody that is getting closer. But with 762 home runs, I mean, ooh, what's like the average that you would have to do? I mean, with 762, I mean, even if you go, what, 60 home runs a year, you still need almost 13 seasons. Like, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. So I mean, oh man, I mean, like with 50 a year, we're still at 15.2. I mean, like, that's, whoo. Let's see what happens. Let's see who could do it. Maybe Soto's pretty young. Maybe Soto's one. Maybe Acuna's one. But 762, that's gonna be tough. All right, let's go take a look. Season 1 is over. Is my secret weapon in the bigs? He is not. I hate seeing that. But you know what? That's all right. Did he even get any big league time? Did not. All right, so let's go take a look. Let's see who's, you know, just taking over the league. Or not taking over the league, but anybody move up the charts. Let's see here. Home runs. Jordan's at 54. Okay. So it looks like he led the league this year. Oh, no. Freddie Freeman led the league this year. Then Jordan, Trout. Okay. But all time, I want to see who kind of jumped up a little bit. So Pujols, not a home run this year. Yikes. What about Miggy? Only 7. Nelson Cruz, how many did he hit? 25. Okay. Edwin didn't play. 50 for Stanton, so that's good. So that'll bump him up quite a bit. But yeah, I think between Stanton and Trout, that's probably the best bet that we have in possibly getting that 762, right? Unless the Cubs call up me and I just absolutely take over the league and start hitting 80 home runs a season. So yeah, I'm looking at it. We can also look at, like, I guess what we could do is go back to like how this was. It glitched out. All right, so where's Jordan at this year? He is currently at 81. Okay, that's not bad. And Tatis would be around, what, 50 or so? 68. Okay, he's at 21. What about Soto? He has 101. Okay. Acuna, I'm interested to see what Acuna has. 112. So I mean, that's not a terrible pace. I mean, they definitely could continue it. We might actually see somebody hit 762 or more. I don't know. Maybe I'm too optimistic. Let's wait and see, and let's see what happens. So obviously I'm not going to stop every season, because then we're just going to be here for who knows how long, and I don't want to make too long of a video. I know I say that a lot, and then it ends up being like an hour long, but let's figure this out. So season 2, let's take a look. Player stats. Let's see who led the league in home runs. We have Trout again with 58. So he's going down though in rating, but he is sitting at almost 400. So I mean, he kind of maybe is on pace. I mean, kind of, not really. Corey Seager, what's Corey Seager at? 171. I don't know about Corey Seager. Jordan at 50, almost 50 home runs though. That's a good pace. He's averaging about 50-ish, maybe a little bit less, maybe 47, around there. Franmil, I don't know if that's a possibility. Soto, you know what? Soto might be the one. He is going down, but he might be the one. So, with that being said, let's take a look here. Let's see what that's going to be. So, 762 divided by 35. We got 21, almost 22 seasons. At that pace. Oh, I don't think that's possible, man. I don't think that's possible. I really don't. So, let me go back to all time, and let's see what we got here. So Mickey's still going, and Pujols is actually a free agent. So is Miguel Cabrera actually did play. 8 home runs though. I mean, that's not good. Nelson Cruz, okay, didn't play this year. All right. Edwin didn't play this year. Trout up to almost 400. Stanton, did he cool off a bit? He did. He had a good year though. He did. He actually had a really good year, but did cool off a little bit. I mean, these two possibly, but I'm looking at the rest and I'm going, man, oh man, I might be here a while. Maybe there'll be some like crazy prospect that pops off, but I mean, that's even gonna be tough. Is like Jason Dominguez gonna end up being the next big thing? Who knows? I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. So I guess I'll take sweet. Oh, I got Rookie of the Year. Yes. And a Gold Glove, but that was really about it, because there was no way I'm beating someone who's hitting 50 and 52 home runs. So, all right, season 2 in the books. I'm starting to become a little pessimistic even after one season. All right, we're at let's backtrack a little bit. We're at the year 2023. Almost said we're at the year 223. That's not right. We're at 2023, and I want to take a look and see where everyone's kind of sitting. So home runs for this year, we had Castellanos, which 60 home runs is great. Like, that's fantastic. But the thing is, like, he's just not a guy that I see hitting that mark unless he just continues to hit 60 home runs for the next, like, what, 8 years? That'd be too much. That'd be way too many. Maybe the next, what, 7 years ish, 5-6 years. I mean, it's just not possible. It's just not. A Rosarena, still just a little too old. Abreu, great number, but again, just a little too old. Franmil, I think he's just a little bit too old, even though he's having a really good pace. I just think at 27, I just don't know if he's gonna have it with the number of home runs that he has. Freddie Freeman, a good 421 home runs is great, but at 33 years old, I don't see him making the mark. Eloy's an interesting one. He, if he continues to hit between 40 and 50 home runs for the next X amount of years, potentially. Goldschmidt, good amount of home runs, but not seeing it. Same thing with Yelich. Yeah, 300 home runs is a great number, but I don't see it. Jordan, what do we got here? What do we got here? So, what? Let's see. For maybe let's just take the last 4 years. He's averaging about what? Just under 200 home runs a season. So what? That's 50 home runs a year. Close to it, maybe like 48, 50 home runs a year. If he keeps it up, I mean, he's got the chance to do it. He's got the chance to do it. I'm trying to think of somebody else that might, maybe Keston, maybe, I don't know though. Luis Robert potentially. Maybe we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Verdugo, nah, not a chance. Ian Happ, I don't think so either. I'm trying to see if there's any other youngsters. Ooh, Bobby Dahlbeck, 27 though. I don't think so. So we'll take a look at where I'm at career-wise. 21 years old, so we've been in the league for 3 years now. We're at 109, so we're still looking at like what, a 22-year career. I don't know if that's possible. And I'm pretty sure the power numbers are going down. So, what's Acuna at right now? All right, so let's take a look at career numbers. And you can see Trout's currently the league or the career leader with 465, but he's slowly kind of going down, right? And I don't like to see that because he's having a good pace, but he's kind of slowing down. Same thing. Oh no, Stanton, please, no, don't do this. Any other youngsters? Bryce Harper, what does he need? 410. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, man, I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one for sure. It's gonna be interesting to see. 2025, so not necessarily 3 years, but I did want to do a check-in because I know Trout is like kind of in a little bit older, and like I feel like he's the closest. Same thing with Stanton. So I want to see if it's possible that, you know, maybe he's tanking, and I'm a little worried that that's gonna happen. So let's go take a look, see what's going on. All right, so we got Ramon Leone, played 163 games, led the league. Looks like he's 25 though, so I don't necessarily know if he's going to be a prospect to look forward to. What's Bo Bichette at? 238, but he is 27. Okay. Marco Luciano, I mean 23. I mean, I don't know that maybe. So you got Soler. I don't think he's going to be close. He's probably at like what, 310? Not even 300 yet. Okay. What do we have for Bo Bichette? Bo Bichette had 48 home runs, but we have 238. Corey Seager's at 325, but he's at 30 years old. 350 for Bellinger at 29. Okay. Willie Adams, Eloy, Juan Soto just hit 300 at the age of 26. So that's a possibility. I mean, that's a pretty good pace. So what, 8 years, 300. So if he does another 8 years, he'll be what, 34? It'll be 600. It's going to be close. I'm currently sitting at 182 after 5 years. So we've cranked up the home runs a little bit, but I don't know. It's looking a little dicey for sure. Not seeing Trout here is a little worrisome. Rendon's at 368, but like I said, not seeing Trout here, a little worrisome, not gonna lie. Okay, so we do have Trout 542. He hit 35, so it's still not bad. I mean, he still needs 220. 200 what? 221? 220? Yeah, 221 to beat it. I don't think it's happening. Stanton, what's the power numbers looking like? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Ah, man, this is gonna be a tough one. I mean, looking at the rest of the young guys, I mean, maybe. I don't know. He needs another 9 years just to hit 700. Let's see. Any other youngsters that are kind of creeping up the list? You got Seager. I don't know. Lindor. Franmil. Soto's at 300 like we mentioned. Jordan is he hasn't even hit 300 yet. Ooh. So it's between Soto and me, I think. I think that's what it's coming down to, right? Maybe Jordan, if you pops off for like a 60 year, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. Oh boy. So yeah, there we go. There's a little check-in. I was at like 180 after 5 years, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, 180, I mean, that's still 600 to go in 5 years. That'd be, wait, 600, not in 5 years, but 600, that's a lot. That's a lot to go. That's 60 over the next 10 years. So who knows? Can we do it? Possibly, but it'll be tough. So I guess me, like, looking at my hits for my career, we're almost at 1,000 hits. So maybe we break the hits record. And maybe I completely change the video and go for the hits record. No, I'm gonna stick with home runs for this one. But if you want to see the hits record, that could be another thing that we try to do. All right, so we're in a little bit of trouble. 2027, Trout's in AAA. So another thing that I was thinking about was, I know King of the Fourth Quarter in his video, he would drop the age of his player as he simulated. So he would always drop it back down to 18, and or after a few years he would drop it down to 18 so that the player would stay young and he could continue to break the record. So I was thinking about doing that. I was also thinking about keeping the ratings at 99. That way we could see how long it would actually take for someone to hit 762 home runs. And at the same time, I'm kind of thinking about just letting it happen, and whoever ends up breaking the record, then that'll happen. Or if it doesn't happen, then I'll be here way too long, and I don't want to be here that long. But so yeah, let's take a look here. So let's go here and we'll take a look at this year. We got Luis Robert, and okay, so there's that. DJ Stewart, he's not going to be one. Luis Robert is currently at 300 home runs at the age of 29. So again, he needs another 9 years of service time just to hit 600 home runs if he continues at the pace that he currently has. I don't know about that one. Bo Bichette. Oh, okay, a little bit higher than Robert. You got Seager, Eloy. Okay, he's at 373. I'm currently at 257. Had a little bit of a maybe a little bit of, juice, set the juice loose, that type of situation. But 46, I'm at 257 over 7 years. So definitely at a good pace. But again, I want to see if someone can naturally hit it. You got Soto at Coors now, hit with 386. So I mean, he potentially could be the guy that breaks it, as long as he doesn't just tank it overall now. He's on pace to do it. 10 more years. Just give him 10 more years. He's got it. So that's someone to keep an eye on. Jordan's at a similar rate, so he's not too far off either. I mean, they're 7 apart. These are the two. Those are the two to keep the eye. Why did Dice pop up? Oh, because I'm not on career stats. So let's see here. We got Trout here. Like I mentioned, he is in AAA, which is disappointing. So he's not going to be the guy to do it. Stanton, he's a free agent. Why? Okay. Freddie Freeman didn't play this year. Bryce Harper's at 482. So I mean, it's not a bad number, but I don't think he's going to be the guy to do it. And all right, so who is the youngest guy? Machado's in AAA? You got to be kidding me. He's kind of been getting taken out of the lineup pretty quickly. Okay, so Seager at 416, 412 for Cody Bellinger. It looks like a lot of players are getting cut or at least dropped. What's going on here? Castellanos, look at Castellanos. What? Okay, so yeah, it's looking like Soto or maybe get Miguel Sano. Nah, it's probably Soto or Jordan. Those are besides me. Ian Happ. Hold up. If he continues doing this, he might. So a lot of players headed into 2030 have just retired. So I figured I would show you because some of them were at the top of the list. Mike Trout, 565 for a career total in home runs. We have Yelich as well with 430. And then Stanton at the bottom with 552. So those were two of our guys at the top of the list. Where do we I think it's got to be between Jordan, Soto, me, and there's actually a couple sneaky guys that are really starting to climb up the list that I didn't realize. So we'll kind of recap going into 2030 or at the end of 2030. So maybe 2031, maybe. You'll see. You'll see the season. We'll recap it and see who's kind of creeping up that ladder now. All right, so one of those people that I mentioned that was slowly creeping up the ranks that like maybe I did hint at, but like it's actually getting kind of serious. Ian Happ, 515. I don't think he's gonna do it. He's already 35, but like his hitting stats aren't really going down. Like he's actually unbelievable. Like this is insane. Nolan Jones, I think could have done it. I mean, after 8 years of service time, he's already at 311. But I just think if he would have played the first couple seasons, and maybe get him closer to 400, I think he would have been in a lot better pace. 31, it's still possible. I mean, he's only at 8 years service time, so he definitely could do it. It's a possibility. Willie Adams is at 456, which is higher than I thought. I'm currently at 386, so maybe it's still a possibility. I'm still pretty young, but I'm worried about the service time kicking into effect. We all know how that plays out. Let me see a couple other names because I definitely, Bo Bichette was over 400, and there was even Vladdy's got less than Bo Bichette, which is kind of crazy to think about. I think Vlad's gonna pop off this year. But there were Samuel Achu. What a terrible name. It's probably Acho. But people are out there going Achu. Acuna's at 466. So let's go look at the league leaders for home runs, or the career leaders for home runs. We got Seager is the highest right now, and he's in AAA. No, don't do that. You got Freddie Freeman behind him, Bryce Harper. Then you got Happ. Juan Soto at 31 is currently at 503. So he needs 260 to beat the record. Oh, I don't know. Bellinger. It looks like Jordan has fallen off too. So I'm a little worried about that. Eloy at 489. Chris Bryant. Where's Eloy? Not Eloy. Jordan. No, don't. No. Jordan, you were my other hope. But you guys can see some of these names like Willie Adams, Josh Bell's up here, Anthony Rendon, of course, Joey Gallo, Francisco Lindor. I mean, these are some serious home run numbers. Like 400 home runs. That's a good chunk of home runs in a career. So, yeah, these are kind of the league leaders, or I keep saying league leaders. These are some of the like home run leaders for their career. But Jordan, no. Acuna is higher than him currently by 3. But yeah, I mean, you got Franmil, who, I mean, maybe him too, but dang, man. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. So that was the year, what was that? What did I say it was? 2030. So I don't know. I'm really starting to lose hope now. Skip ahead a few years, and we're starting to see a lot of like the current players that we know nowadays at the top of the charts. And I'm starting to lose faith in Jordan and also Juan Soto. I don't like it. But yeah, let's take a quick peek here. You got Ian Happ at the top of current MLB players at 583. I mean, he's still killing it. So he is 37 though, so I don't know how many more he'll get, especially when you see his stats here. They are going down pretty quickly, so I think he's got maybe one more year of decent production, maybe like 15-ish home runs, 12 home runs, so that he might, maybe 17, maybe gets him to 600, which that's a good number. That's a really good number, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Jordan currently at 554, but you can see he's starting to slowly go down as well, which is disappointing to see. Willie Adams at the age of 36, kind of similar to what Ian Happ is doing. I think he'll still put up good numbers, but I don't know how much more he can really, how much more is he really going to put out? And then Soto. Oh, no. 33 years old too, man. 33 years old. Man, that's tough. Seager is basically, out. No more for Seager. Same thing with Bryce Harper. We've got Eloy at 35. He's starting to tail off. Fran Mills starting to tail off. I think this is the last 500 member. You got 494 for Robert. So I don't know if he's going to be a possibility. Cody Bellinger's, looks like he's out for the count. Keston, maybe 491. It's going to take a lot, but so probably not. Same thing with Acuna. Chris Bryant at the age of 40 has 487. DJ Stewart, surprisingly, kind of up there, 477. That's a surprise for me. I mean, his hitting stats are pretty decent too, so maybe he keeps going, but I doubt he'll make the list. And we are sitting at the age of 30. We're sitting at 467. So, man, I don't even think I'll be able to do it, which is going to be wild. So if I start to see that I'm tailing off, then I'll, maybe boost the stats up, or maybe I'll, throw the age back to like 18 or something. But we'll have to wait and see, because if I really have to tinker with it so that I hit the 763 home runs, I feel like that's kind of tough, But let's see if there's any youngsters. Mountcastle's up there, but 34 years old. Anyone that's like under 30, that's like got a decent amount. Looking at this, is 30 at 315. I don't even know if anybody's gonna be able to do it. Oh boy, I feel like I'm the only person that has a chance of doing it, and that's a maxed out player. Yikes, that's how crazy this record is. That's how crazy it is. So let's keep going, see how it goes. We're 12 seasons into it. I do want to see if there are any records that have been broken. Saves in 2029. Matt Cronin broke the saves record. Oh, okay. Let's go look up that guy. Matt Cronin with the Nationals. Let's see. Where is he? With the Nationals. Okay. Let's see. Matt Cronin. 63 saves. Okay. Dang. And he blew 6. So he could have had 69. That would have been nice. All right. A few more years have gone by, and the usual. Players are falling off. And there's one player that they just kind of gave up on, which sucks, because I think he could really help out a team still. So let me show you who I was talking about. So we got Jordan. He's still getting game time at the age of 37, which is good to see. But he's at 634, and I think, what's his contract looking like? A 1-year deal? That might be it for him. Oh no. So he's done. Ian Happ, look at his hitting stats. I still think he could crank a couple home runs, and he hasn't played in 2 years. So he's probably going to finish at 608. Then Robert is right behind him, just under 600 home runs. Keston, again, just shy of 600 home runs. Myself, it looks like I'm starting to tail off a little bit. So at 579 home runs. I still got so many to go. I got like 180 more. So no, 180, 190 more to go. So that's I don't know. Oh man, it's gonna be a tough one. Willie Adams looks like he's done as well at 550. Soto is done. Bichette, Fran Mill, Nolan Jones is still going, but he's starting to taper off a little bit. And at 500. I've looked, I don't really see anybody coming up the ranks really quickly that's young, which is, there's 35, but they're not even at 400 home runs yet. So there was a 33-year-old, and I'm trying to see if there's anybody over 300 home runs, under 30 years old. It doesn't look like it. Oh no. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible. All right, so the year is 2037, and I'm looking at the records, and I'm looking at the current stats, and I'm going, man, there are a couple guys that if they would have had a couple more seasons, or they started a little bit earlier, or if they would have stuck with the team, I think they would have had it. I honestly think they would have had it. So here we go. So Jordan, sadly, yeah, I think he's done, and he's at 651. You got Happ, who actually got an extra chance with the Padres. And just think, if he would have played in 2037, 2035, 2034, averaged 16 home runs. So 16 times 3 is 48. if you add 48 more to his total, I mean, he's getting close, but he's just not there. So I mean, he would have been close. He would have killed it. So it looks like Jordan's gonna top Ian Happ, and he actually played to the same age as what Barry Bonds did when he broke the record. And I mean, Robert's getting up there, but it looks like he's kind of getting to the end of his career. Same thing with Keston. Juan Soto is done. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones is an interesting one, because if he would have had, what, 2 more years and actually played those, so it would have been 3, because it would have been 20, 21, 22, it would have been 3 years. He probably could be pushing 600 home runs for sure. But outside of that, I don't think anybody's getting close. I don't think anybody's getting close at all. So I'm at the top currently. I think where'd I go? Here we go. I'm at the top. We are at 656. I'm at the age of 35, but you can see I'm at 82 overall. My attributes are going down pretty quickly. My contact and power have been decent, but you can see they're slowly creeping down. But they are going down for sure. So what do we need? 106. I don't know if it's possible. I might have to tinker with the attributes a little bit, or maybe shoot the age back. I want to see, like, I am going to continue to go with what we currently have with the attributes looking like this, but oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So at least what, 40 for the next few seasons, 30 if you add an extra year. So it's possible, but I'm gonna have to get really, really lucky. We're at 31-29 for hits, which the record is obviously Pete Rose, but I forgot what he had. What, 4,256? I don't even know if that's possible, to be honest. That's just insane. That's unreal. So the most recent player is Hank Aaron with 3,700. Then you got Jeter with 3,465. Pujols is currently ranked 14th all time. So I mean, we actually are 100 short of what Pujols has. So home runs wise, let me see what the home run records are looking like. Just to kind of see. Oh, not a season. Home runs all time. Just to kind of get an idea of like who would be. All right, so 651 puts Jordan 7th all time, which is insane. And then Griffey's at 630. So we're moving up there. So hopefully we can break some records and keep it going. I want to get 700s, at least 700s, and I think that would be that'll be success. All right, 2039. Yes, almost 20 years in the future, and I think I'm gonna have to step in. I think I am. So we'll take a look here. We'll go up to the usual. We'll take a look at who led the league in home runs, all that good stuff. But Reggie Boggs, he's 33, 218 home runs. Like, you hate seeing that. But hits wise, we lead the all career leaders. This is what we currently have. We have 34-38. We have exactly 700 home runs. Exactly 700 home runs. The next closest is Ian Happ with 624. Did he get at bat? He did not get an at bat this year. Let's quickly see if there's anybody else that's like close and is young that potentially, but like when it goes 7, 6, 6, 5, and then it just slowly just starts creeping down, and by slowly I mean it just plummets down. So you guys can kind of see here. If you guys need to pause at any time to kind of see where everyone's totals are at, you definitely can, but I don't think it's possible. I really don't. You gotta think Barry Bonds was an elite hitter for up until he was 42, 43 years old, like, and he still broke the record. I don't want to hear the whole steroids made him a good hitter. No. It may have gave him an edge, but he was an elite hitter. He could hit the ball well. Yes, he may have had some help to hit the ball far, but he could hit the ball extremely well. And we're 37 years old. Our stats are just tanking, and this is currently what we look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get involved. I'm going to drop the age, and maybe boost the attributes. I guess, because like we gotta think. It takes what, we're at 20 years. Barry Bonds played for, I want to say, let's see, he finished 22 years. So I mean, 20 years took us to get 700 home runs. Woo. Ian Happ would have over 20 years too. So 20 years of service time to hit 700 home runs. So in theory, we are on pace. We're not on pace because we need 62 over the next 2 years. And at the end of his career, Barry Bonds hit 5, 26, and 28 for the last 3 years of his home runs. Or last 3 years of his career, those were his home run totals. So we're not even on pace to beat it by the time we hit 22 years of MLB service time, which is wild that we weren't even able to compete with that. But we did hit 700 home runs. So I'm going to step in. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully my player doesn't retire. But what we're going to do here is we're dropping it down. He's going to be 18 again. And then attributes, we'll bump it up. And we'll see if he can beat it this year. If it's going to take longer than 22 years for sure. But you guys saw it. That was it. That was the road. 20 MLB years. And we'll call it there. So 700 home runs in 20 years. That's the closest we got. And there's no other MLB player that's even close. Jordan and Ian Happ were the next closest. And I mean, what's Ian Happ at? Because Jordan was a little bit higher, but I believe, now I'm getting them all mixed up. But oh man, what was Jordan at? I don't remember. Maybe around the same as Ian Happ, but like, again, that was the closest we got to it with a real life MLB player. I don't think anybody is close at all. I've looked at MLB records to see if anybody broke any records. No single season records have been broken since the saves with 63. No career records were broken. No wins, no saves, nothing at all. So I mean, we'll end up breaking the home run record, but I did want to save it, so just in case my player does decide to retire, I can keep loading it up and we don't lose them. So let me do that. Let's keep moving forward. And let's see when we actually break the record. All right, so this is the next year, like literally after the season that I just showed you. And I wanted to show you this one player because this is actually surprising. We have a generated play, like a draft pick for the Mariners. Looks like he came in 2026, but he's actually one of the best hitters like in baseball. If you look at it, like he's been insane. Like averaging like 200 hits a season. You can see he's actually up there with hits, 2579 currently. Looks like Josh Lau is another one. You got another one there. I've tried to see if there was any other interesting ones that popped up, but I saw that home runs, it's me. You got Happ, who's still chilling here, and I don't think anybody has recently played, and by recently I mean like this year. Zach Veen got a couple, but yeah, you can see like we're at 361 right here, and like there's no one even close. So we're at 739 career wise. We're also a 711 steals, and that was like even before that was before we did any changes to it. So most stolen bases was Ricky Henderson 1406, which is insane. Billy Hamilton, is this the Billy Hamilton? It's a different Billy Hamilton. Ty Cobb, Tim Raines at 808. 711 puts us 11th all time for like in a MLB career, which is okay. I'll take that for sure. Like that's decent, right? And that was before we altered anything. So we're currently pretty solid. So I think 2 more seasons maybe we'll break the record, unless we just have a crazy year this year, which is possible. So let's hop into it. Let me see if Ian Happ finally decides to retire, because I mean he's put up a good year. He's still trying to go. He's still trying to get signed. He's still trying to prove that he could ball out. I respect it. So yeah, we got 1 more year. Let's finish it out. I feel like, yeah, we need 24 to break the record. Yeah, I think we can do that. All right, so next season, it has been done. MLB record for most home runs in a career has been broken. 767, set by me, yours truly. Also, runs. Broke the record for most runs in MLB career. Didn't know that was a thing. But also, Donald Yamaguchi broke the saves record. And saves are like the only record that I have seen broken in any franchise that I've ever done. Were save related. So 65 saves. The streak was another thing that I've seen broken as well. I think I've seen someone get 90, but I've never seen any hitting stats being broken ever. So there it is. 767 home runs, 2436 runs, and we can just look here. This is where we are. And it took some tinkering for the last 2 years of MLB service time, but there we are. It has been done. Whew. And I mean, you can even see the stats are going down because we have 21 MLB service time years. So we'll take a quick look to see where everybody is at the top. So you got Vlad here, who hasn't played in a few seasons. Keston, also Ian Happ, George Price with the guy we mentioned. But the home runs is what I'm most worried about. We've got the top with home runs. We've got the second with Ian Happ, Hira, Jones, Julio Rodriguez, and these are all real life players. I didn't see. Oh, Ralph Harris would be one that is created. Who 374 is not bad, but he's even 36. Ramon Leone was another guy that was drafted year 1, I believe. He finished with 363. But outside of that, I mean, no one really came close. Ian Happ was the closest one. So that's where we stand. It took essentially 22 years for that to happen, and it took me to get involved and change the team. So there's that, or not the team, but the player, which is wild. So there it is. We broke the MLB record for home runs, and it took 22 seasons. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, I hope you're ready for MLB the Show 21 right around the corner. I'm talking just days. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.